take a couple of rest days in Burgos and enjoy the fabulous sights and fare of this ancient city. Before long, it's time to don the packs and head out on the 21-kilometre hike to Castrojeriz del Camino. The way was gentle. Cuckoo birds kept us company as we passed through the green corridors and tiny towns. In Carrión, we've refuelled for the last 10 kilometres with a quick coffee and tortilla de papas. As we reach the top of a long but gentle climb, the beautiful and ancient town of Castrojeriz del Camino comes into view. The new day started with the vivid blue skies and frost-dusted green pastures.
Beautiful day. Cold this morning though in the wind, really cold. On the skin parts anyway, fingers, nose, ears. But really nice now out of the wind. Sky is as clear and as blue as blue. So we seem to have come out and away from all the windmills now. We've come down off the top of the hill, which we've sort of been seeing for the last couple of days. Down into the valley. We're just coming across the remnants of this really old building here. Remnants of an old fort, I would imagine. Also have the distance off noise of the cuckoo birds here everywhere. Listen. There he goes. So here's the fort.
The white gravel roads dissecting the green pastures mutated into goat tracks clinging to the edges of stony hills. Ancient ruins, churches and memorial crosses rose from the landscape. Destination cast its seductive spell from a distance as the clustered town in the shadow of a ruined castle on the mount came into view. Great food, excellent company and a comfy bed. Castrojeriz delivers. Day 22, and reluctantly we leave the beautiful town of Castrojeriz and start the 25-kilometre trek to Fromista. By the time we finish the 2-kilometre climb through the mountain pass of Castrojeriz, we are well awake and our eyes wide open at the splendour of the Castilian plains below.
There's a town far off there at the base of that hill, a castle on top of the hill. You see the enemy coming for miles. All the towns through here are all clustered together, historically for protection. Absolutely fantastic.
After the steep but welcome descent, we followed the long wide straights and gentle bends through the green blanket. Towns, fountains, churches and new friends cross our path along the way. Only the fields and road remain the same. 7 hours and 30 kilometres later, thanks to one unexpected and one unexplained detour, we follow the Canal de Castilla, weary and grateful, into Fromista. 12 k's into the next day, we visit the 13th century Church of St. Mary La Blanca in the small town of Vaza de Burgos. We took our pilgrim stamp and left our imaginations with St. Mary the White as our feet trudged the last 6 kilometres along an overly optimistic highway into Carrión de los Condes. Day 24, and on paper the 17-kilometre walk to Calzada de la Cruz from Carrión de los Condes looked like a walk in the park. By the time we'd walked a kilometre, we'd donned another thermal layer and the beanies. Another 2 clicks and the unchecked crosswind had frozen our fingers and our minds turned to the Camino cart ahead. Can I manifest an egg and bacon roll to go with that coffee? The Camino, ever alert to a teaching opportunity, turned the biting crosswind into a very wet headwind. With hail stinging our skin and rain running off our waterproofs, we pushed on towards the promise of a warm bed and dry socks. The next day was cold and clear. Frost lay on the ground as we headed off, buffs over our noses and beanies covering our ears. The way was littered with small towns, mostly still asleep or deserted. The day never really warmed, but the wind and rain stayed away as we made our way to the official halfway mark of Sargon.